Hi, I'm Caroline Mitchell, canine behaviourist at Good Doggy. So Jae has been in touch with me about her dog. Her dog is super, super friendly, loves absolutely everybody that comes to the house, everybody they meet in the street, just is so in love with every person they ever come across. But what she's concerned about is that if a burglar came into her house, how would her dog respond to that? So lots of people tell me the same thing. They've told me that their dog is so friendly that if a burglar came in, they might even just help them carry the stuff out of the house because they are so nice with people and they just love it. So is that true? So the short answer is probably not. My first dog, Molly, was a Bernese Mountain Dog, and I used to think the same thing about her. And that was until one day when the Sky engineer came to fix my TV system. He didn't come to the front door like normal people. He didn't knock. He didn't wait for a response. He didn't wait for me to invite him in. He just wandered in through the back door. So my dog, who at the time I thought would have licked somebody to death who came in through the front door, didn't do that at all. She did exactly the opposite. She pinned him to the wall and growled at his face until I arrived to sort it all out. It all happened very, very quickly, but I knew there was something happening in the kitchen, could hear it from the other room, and I came straight through to find her with him right up against the wall. She's a Bernese Mountain Dog. She was a really big dog, and he was, let's say, just a little bit concerned. That was as far as it went, but she certainly wasn't licking him to death, and she certainly wasn't rubbing herself all over him and doing that little Bernese bum thing that they do. And the thing about burglars is that they don't behave like normal visitors, and our dogs are really good at knowing what normal looks like, what should they expect from normal things, and they know when normal is not happening. So a burglar is not going to come, ring the bell, and wait for you to let them in, just like you would with a normal visitor. So dogs are really in tune with these sequences. I did a video about behaviour sequences. I will link to that here so you can have a look at that afterwards, because behaviour sequences happen all day long in all aspects of their life, and dogs use these to know what is normal and what to expect from what's coming next. So dogs that have separation anxiety are particularly in tune with behaviour sequences, but in this case, the sequence is, how do we let visitors in when it's normal? So when the sequence doesn't follow the normal pattern, then they become concerned. So as I said, visitors usually come through the front door. You're usually there. And if you're not, your dog will know the people that are coming to visit. So maybe it's the dog walker that's come to take your dog out, or somebody has come in to deliver some groceries for you. Maybe it's your neighbour or your friend or somebody, or cleaners have come in. So they understand that all of these things are normal. They usually come during the day. When the people come to the house, they're usually pretty sociable. You might make them a cup of tea. They might sit on the sofa. They might watch TV. They might get your dog's lead. So your dog can very quickly work out all of these little sort of behaviour sequences, these little patterns, and that's how they identify what's normal. Burglars are really different in the way that they behave. They behave differently, they walk differently. The way that they behave and interact in your home is different. They might start rummaging through drawers. They don't make themselves a cup of tea and put EastEnders on. So just their whole demeanour, their whole attitude is very different. Also, even the most confident burglars of the world are probably pretty anxious at this time, and your dog can pick that up. Your dog walker will walk in through your door with loads of confidence. They'll come straight to your dog. They'll be happy, pleased to see them. They'll give them some love. They'll get their lead. A burglar's not going to do that. They're going to be quite anxious. They're worried about what your dog might do. They're worried about getting caught, and all these other things that go with that. So to your dog, those situations feel really, really different. Even that Sky engineer, his behaviour was different. Although he wasn't anxious when he came in, his expectations weren't met when he was come face to face with my dog at the back door. But my dog knew even then that this situation wasn't quite right, and something needed to be done, and she only just did what she knows how to do. So your dog knows when people are up to no good. They know when things aren't normal, and they know when things aren't right. So what your dog would do in this situation is a question of really about your dog's personality. So in my situation, all she did is that she jumped up on him, she put her paws on his shoulders, she had him stuck to the wall, and she was growling. Your dog might use different kinds of problem-solving skills. What do they usually do when they have a situation that's not quite right? Maybe your dog would run away and hide. Maybe your dog would take much more forceful control than mine did. It really does come down to their own personality and how they usually handle problems when they come about. So hopefully that's answered that question. Don't be worrying that your dog is just going to love any burglar that comes into your house. They're really not. They are going to be very concerned that something is not right. But how they respond to that comes down entirely to their own personality and how they usually solve problems in the house. Nice to talk to you again. Speak to you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye-bye.